It's gonna continue. Hey guys. I just realized that my mic was probably open. Oh, interesting. I already noticed that I'm dropping frames. I'm gonna correct that. I will correct it. Just give me a moment. Or at least I hope I will. I have an idea. I have a plan. Question is, will it work? Ugh, it's still. We will get kicked off anyway. Hey guys, how y'all doing? We're just gonna muscle through this. Thought I setting the thing to 60 hertz, 60 frames per second. Yeah, it did work. 60, sweet. I probably would have to restart. Okay. We'll keep an eye out on the frame drop. Let's just pray that this works out. I'm so excited. Yay, I get 144 frames now that I dropped my 60 frame per 60 hertz monitor. Woohoo! And then I realized that when I stream, I am kind of forking myself because, yeah, I kind of need that. Anyway. Let's get to it. Alright, so here we are. We are here, and we were supposed to be hanging out with all these other people. Also, Jaden's here today. For obvious reasons. If you're living in the United States, it's obvious. If you're not living in the United States, tomorrow is our Thanksgiving holiday. So he does not have school, and thus I picked him up. He's hanging out over there, just like a brat. He's smiling about it. This feels slow too. Everything's big, so well, it just doesn't feel like I'm crossing that much distance when I really am. Pragmatic Amarati. An audience with Emmett Selk? I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one. Besides, he will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said that the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce, credible proportions. One which promises to grant the will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It is a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. Alright, I'll just, sit around with my thumb on my butt. Wait for the world to end. That seems like a good use of my time. Anxious Amarantine. Ooh, Amarantine. Good gracious, child. Where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They are calling it the final days. It is said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot, and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if force inimical, and we talked about this word before. Anyway, as if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. It is only a matter of time before until Amarot too resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Another thing, but that could be, yeah, it's dropping. Okay. I'll wait to see if it pops up again. Is it saying over the last yada yada amount of time there's been this much frame drop? But when you consider the implications of this latest calamity, you must admit, calamities? Trust in the scholars, they will find a solution. Yes, trust in the scholars, we are the best healers. We should get all the abilities. We will learn them eventually. As a scholar main healer. Oh, you didn't know about, just to clarify what Show's saying there. Show sent me a screenshot of Finn McCool in SMT5, and I was just like, and we had this discussion before, Show. We had this discussion before where I said, yeah, it's Finn McCool. That's actually a historical or mythological figure. And I basically sent him the, this time when he sent me the screenshot, the Miscellaneous Myths video from Overly Sarcastic Productions. They are amazing, and I've been using, honestly, a lot of their stuff to continue writing my little story thing. I should get back onto. I mean, get back onto like in earnest, not just keep thinking of the world building mechanics. Anyway, but you are very welcome, show. I'm glad you enjoyed her. That came out wrong. Go check out actually her brother, who's same channel. Just he does the history, she does the fiction myth stuff. The history stuff he brings up, like the Pope Wars. Look up the Pope Wars with her brother. Oh god, that's hilarious. I love it. And I say this as a Roman Catholic, or non-practicing Roman Catholic, but still. Twould seem that the hall is host to a most precocious visitor this young day. And what, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? The end of the world! Indeed. Alright, the complication and their handling of the coming peril. It is only natural that you should have questions. Now we begin with the members themselves. As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. I think that's how you pronounce that, puissant? I know it's French, or at least comes from French. Because it's Finn McCool. The writing doesn't look like it says McCool, but it's Finn McCool. Oh, if you want another thing, and this one's more Final Fantasy XIV related, but still kind of like Japan borrowing from old myths, right? Look up Kuklain on that channel. Kuklain, number one, you know who Kuklain is from Void Ark, first off. Second off, he's the one who had the gay bulk. It's pronounced differently in the original Gaelic. I think it's like Guy Bolgi. Okay, yeah, watch that shit. I promise you, the description of what the Guy Bolgi does makes it like. And this is what I got for the Dragoon for the 2.0 Dragoon relic. Why did I get that? That was freaking awesome. Let me know when you're finished so I can mention what it is to anybody else who's watching on stream. I don't want to spoil it for you before you get there. But yeah, no, Kuklain is actually another badass of epic proportions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest, most puissant among us. They are the stewards of the order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, the speaker, right? I forgot that La Habrea was the speaker, and that guy went insane in the membrane. Or the emissary, Elidibus. Yes. Each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Logrif, Mitron, and Mitselk, their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus, it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat of the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, it would be an unprecedented development, and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I, for one, am confident that they shall deliver unto our star into salvation. I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords. Hey. Yeah, it looks like when I limit my frame rate on my screens, I no longer have frame drops. So it makes sense why the frames were dropping. I was literally running at over double the amount of frames and it wasn't sending everything over. Because I can't do a 144 frames streaming. Well, I probably could bandwidth-wise, but until I get higher up in the echelons of streamerdom, there's no way I can go beyond 60. Well, that was an experience. I was never very fond of being treated like a child, but it did make asking questions less suspicious. Yang, if I was not certain before than I am now, the people of the city believe that they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled them itself to recreate this ancient Amarot. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing through this ocean trench. He would have his story known. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully, then our next move will become clear. About that, it would seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's effort to bring the salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Ah, Urianger, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancient art of creation? A fascinating disciple indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. Yes! So, what the guy bullshit does is that it's a spear that you throw into somebody that makes them explode in spines. I mean, the second part, fine. Mechanically, I'm not sure that would have been feasible, especially since they're, again, this is back in 2.0. They were rebuilding this thing from scratch while keeping up the 1.0 stuff. Fine, whatever. But the design of the guy bullshit looks nothing like its impetus, and I wish it looked a lot more like death spikes. What about the end, by the way, about how Kuklain basically tied himself to a rock and still killed a guy in death? Oh, he's so metal. Oh wait, now I think about it, yeah, no, you're right. 14 brought us even further, because freaking Kuklain would have been an awesome boss to actually fight as Kuklain is, not whatever the hell we got on Void Arc. Anyway, 'tis not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Asians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the aether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere. From a hoard of crystals, mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means of destruction. An interesting matter, which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we're no closer to finding Emet-Selch. Has anyone learned aught about, aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what I've heard, it seems the convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. But we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued. The clerk said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that is where we gave up. I wonder though, Yang, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered in the Bureau as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head to the Capitol and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. I love the way I turned knowing that he was gonna be the Urianger gonna be the next one to speak, and his smirk for like that is like, so you're gonna look for a back door, I see. Man, I thought it was only for me. They are, remember, they are Reed's dads. Come on. Pray, allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak more with these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Yang's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Then Y'shtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. I see, you guys all pair off, you all get buddies, and I gotta go by myself. Ugh. Whoa. Okay, how many of the Aether Currents am I missing? There's... Oh, that's all of them then. Because I have one in this mission, and I have these 3 here that are probably going to be Aether Current related. Okay. Alright, so we'll be flying soon, boys and girls and peoples. Ooh, a lightning cluster too. I must say, little one, those garments you're wearing, they are your own original concepts, I take it. Clearly they must be, given their rather singular flamboyance. What? I would never dream of stifling a fledgling creator's creativity, but to parade about in your cultivated individuality is hardly praiseworthy. I'm sorry? An Amarantine of character shares their creations with the community. They do not hold them for their use alone. Delight in disparity is the mark of morally deficient. This is sounding weird. Like, weird, like... Okay, what they're talking about is obviously very magically oriented, all these other dads, but it sounds so familiar to me, and I'm like, oh, we're going that way, huh? Anyway. Disparity engenders feelings of wanton resentment, which degrade the bonds of fellowship. Thus we do encourage creators to share and share alike. Else we risk kindling the embers of covetousness and violence that ever smolder in the hearts of all. Therefore I must implore you, little one, to cast aside your original trappings and don the communal robes, that you might acquit yourself as an equal among many. In so doing, you will be afforded greater respect and autonomy. Or I let you guys have the patterns to my clothes, and you guys can wear it if you like. Like, I get that, okay, it's not fair that I wear something so really cool and you guys don't get to wear it. Fine, that's very fair. I feel that's unfair too. But the answer is not make me wear what everybody else is wearing, it's allow my clothes to be for consumption of all. What are you doing? Worry not, for this will be a simple affair. I recall seeing a gentle soul outside the Hall of Rhetoric carrying robes perfectly suited to one of your diminutive stature. I'm sure they will be glad to share their wealth with you. But do hurry, little one. The eyes of the collectors are ever watching and weighing your worth. I don't care what the collective thinks about me. If I did, I'd be worse for it, in all honesty. Motifs are so good. Okay, Gentle Amarantine, hit me up with robes that I will never wear. Oh, aren't we looking rather smart this day? What can I do for you, little one? Itch told me I needed robes. Robes to serve in lieu of your ensemble. Ah, how prudent. Alas, I have nothing I can offer you at this present time. The ones your associates saw me carrying earlier were a failed experiment. I never intended to make them so small, so I disposed of them shortly thereafter. A failed experiment? By your bemused expression, I gather you find it odd that your elders can fail in so simple an application of creation magics. It is more common than you might realize, little one. In this instance, a gaggle of children was passing by as I held the image of the robes in my mind's eye. Simply by becoming aware of their presence was the form influenced and the final product changed. All things considered, it could have been worse. Just the other day I was attempting to conceive a white-haired lion, when all of a sudden this exquisite eagle alighted on the nearby railing, giving me quite the shock, and dramatically altering my initial concept. So you're telling me that's how we got... I was gonna say chimeras, but not chimeras, hold on. Sphinxes. Sphinxes? No. Hold on. Why are there so many cat bodies monsters? Griffins! Griffins, that's what it is. So you're telling me you created a griffin? Yes, indeed. It was a most unexpected development, but not an altogether unwelcome one. Great strides are often born from unexpected impetuses. You know what? Yeah. My world building thing has been just basically dominoes falling into place because I just keep thinking in circles to the point, to a positive point. Anyway, but even inspiration has its limits. For all the wonders we have wrought, I do wonder if there will come a time when we have fully explored the potential of our powers, when there is truly nothing left unmade, and only iteration and imitation and stagnation remain. But such esoteric matters need not concern you, little one. For now, I would encourage you to embrace your creativity and work on magic without fear of failure. Nevertheless, it would still be in your best interest to don the appropriate robes to avoid excess scrutiny. Why don't you go to the Bureau of the Architect and request appropriate concepts so you can fashion one yourself? You say that like I can do the thing, but can't you guys see ether enough that I don't have the power to do this stuff? Loquacious, Amarantine. Very loquacious. I see. Debate and discourse. I'm up for debate. Midterms are almost among us. Oh my god, why are midterms almost among us? But yeah, here we go. Battle of Wits. Okay. Greetings, little one. Come to debate? At so young an age, how wonderful. Shall we retire to the benches and settle on a topic? Oh, my apologies for jumping to conclusions. My friends are not as fond of the Hall of Rhetoric as I am, so I have a habit of chatting up any potential conversation partners. So if you're not here to debate, I presume you're here to learn about the mysterious and esoteric goings on here? It would be my pleasure to act as your tutor in these matters, if you will indulge me. The Hall of Rhetoric is, as the name indicates, a place where citizens may freely gather to discuss and debate all manner of topics. This central forum is ideal for open discourse, but smaller rooms are available for those desiring more intimate conversation. Oh, and there's a wealth of reading material concerning the rhetorical techniques in history penned by the greatest minds on offer as well, should you wish to refine your techniques through self-study. To my mind, however, rhetoric is a living, breathing thing that is at best experienced in the moment of conception and execution. Perhaps a demonstration would best serve to further your education. I saw a contemporary of mine engage in a lively debate earlier, just outside the hall. Go and see if they're still there, and issue them my personal invitation for a friendly battle of wits. You know, I kind of wish that we could have friendly battles of wits instead of fighting about what's right and wrong. No one wants to just disagree anymore and be happy with that. But that is precisely my point, that that approve only the most beneficial concepts for wider distribution. Never mind the ridiculous subjectivity of their criteria has led the Bureau of the Architect astray from its original purpose. I'm on Team Firebrand, yeah. Huh? You have business with me, child? Regardless, I'm in the middle of a heated discussion with my partner. Come back later. No. My position has nothing to do with the intrinsic value of unique identity and whether or not it is retained. Rather, I posit that the reproductions of a given concept are inherently imperfect, and thus they are themselves unique, albeit in minor but significant degrees. And, most importantly, this variance is not to be condemned, but celebrated. Better to strive in vain for an impossible standard than that, even if met, would leave us lesser for the lack of diversity. My, aren't you a stubborn little bugger? It's strangely endearing, I must admit. But we have all the time in the world, so why are you so insisting that I speak with you this very instant? Ah, so you're acquainted with that chatterbox. I suppose I do owe them a debate or two. And now it's a good occasion of any, so be it. That was a really freaking esoteric conversation. Like, don't get me wrong, I know what they're talking about is whether or not, you know, stuff that I'm wearing, like, the stuff that I'm wearing and all that jazz. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting there like, because what they're actually debating is really deep on a, you know, stranger on a deeper level. So you're to be an observer. No, that will not do. You must be an active participant. You must engage in the discourse. Only by doing will you grow, learn and grow, little one. I see you found my friend. Thank you, little one. Now, then, without further ado, let us commence the promised debate. That I probably will have to actually, As to the matter of what the subjects we shall debate today, I propose the recent calamity which have befallen our friends across the pond. What say you? A singular point of contention is, of course, whether or not Amarot should intervene on their behalf. Thanks, Raimunda, for the like. Hope you stick around. Chat a little. Let's see. I believe we should. In the scale of the disaster which threatens that distant metropolis is a scale of heretofore unseen, and so equally considerable resources must be committed to counteracting its effects. I disagree. The scale concerns me less than the nature of the proposition itself. Who are we to unilaterally intervene in the affairs of those half a world away? Are we to be the saviors of one and all? Such arrogance may well lead to our own downfall. Wow, this hits real close to home. Okay. While I understand your concerns from a philosophical standpoint, I fear you are too quick to dismiss the practical considerations out of a desire to maintain an unassailable moral authority. But let us, you and I, hold here for the present and offer the floor to our young student. You have heard the opening salvos in this debate concerning the fate of our neighbors across the sea. What is your opinion on the matter? I'm not Kisara, so I don't have to think about what I would think the most proper answer is. Let's think about what Yang would think the most proper answer is. Hey, Giovanni, nice to see you again. Thank you for the like. So, to ignore the plight of those, one might say, is not wisdom, it's indolence. We cannot save everyone. Sometimes we... Yang is just like an adventurer. Yeah, no, she would go with the first one. Indeed, indeed. The same can be said regardless of one's opinion on the morality of the intervention. There's a clear and undeniable benefit into Amarot using this situation as a testbed for our newest creations, that we might develop and refine our defenses against potential threat to our own fair city. How readily you see the moral high ground. Was it not our young friend's point that we have an ethical obligation to aid those in need? Yet not only do you instead elect to focus on the benefit to Amarot alone, but you also deprive our distant neighbors of the agency to determine their own fate. You misunderstand me. What benefits Amarot benefits all creation. I firmly believe, for the knowledge and wisdom we stand to gain from the intervention that can then be shared with others, empowering everyone to more effectively surmount similar trials in the future. Honestly, that was a really good debate. And probably could go on forever. Because intervention is not exactly a very clear thing to be on the side of one way or another. Anyway, I must say, it's been far too long since I engaged in such a refreshing exchange of ideas. My colleague was equally delighted by the opportunity, you may be assured. Some decry it as little more than an academic exercise. After all, we failed to reach a meaningful consensus, but I dare say they missed the forest for the trees. Are we not more enlightened by the experience? Have we not been exposed to a greater variety of viewpoints? Is there not value in this alone? Point! That is my point. When I said earlier in specific about, I hate the fact that we can't just agree to disagree and be happy with that somebody has to be right and someone has to be wrong. And so the arguments continue and it's no longer a diatribe or a discourse or a debate. It's a fight and it's completely different and I hate it. Honestly, as much as I disagree with my dad's positions, him being more conservative, much more conservative than me, I still enjoy whenever we have our discussions because of the fact that I learn from his point of view. I learn about what he's thinking and by extension what at least more conservatively minded people are thinking, even if they're not far right people, because those people think different. Just like the people on the far left. They think different from the people that are, generally in the left. Anyway, I truly believe that we are blessed to be part of a society that exalts free exchange of ideas and that encourages active participation in public discourse. But also, to be fair, they were actually super polite with their disagreements with each other. The defense of freedom of speech usually defends very coarse language that attacks the person and not the actual argument being made by the person. And we could debate like the Emeraldi, and I think we'd be better for it. Anyway. This may have been no more than your first foray into the exciting world of rhetoric, but I sense you have the soul of a debater in you. 7.0, guys. We get the debater class. To be fair, it won't be a battle class. It'll be a disciple of the hand or a disciple of the land, but look forward to it. You may well have the potential to change Amarot in ways no one ever thought possible. I shall be watching your trajectory with great interest, my young friend. Okay, Palpatine. Alrighty, Palpatine. And my nose is itchy. Hopefully we can finish these 3 side quests before we go and hit up the main quest, and thus we will be able to fly that much sooner. He says, knowing full well that this is what's up in the locks. I need someone to fly me around, or I'm just gonna hunt. Actually, I could just probably walk around, being level 80 and whatnot. Just find my way around. Nothing's gonna try and kill me. And even if I ran to like level 70 stuff that will still try and kill me, they have nowhere near the strength to do so. Can you even see me here? I can't even see you here. How are we having a conversation? Anyway, welcome to the Bureau of the Architect, little one. Are you here to request a concept for personal use? If so, what sort of concept did you have in mind? Ah, communal robes. That will take but a moment to prepare, but before I fill your request, I should caution you. Pardon me for asking, but your creative potential is relatively low, is it not? We are trained to assess these things, and I fear you do not possess the ability to express this concept in physical form. It's almost as though you completely lack it, though that can't possibly be. But regardless of the reason, you needn't worry. We have special tools that may be used to address this very eventuality. I will furnish you with an etheric robe that you can use to restrain one of the misbegotten cubuses. They congregate in the plaza to the north of the Academia Anyer. You will need to weaken your choir before you can reliably blind them, but once you have, you can repurpose their energies to create your own robes. First time? Is this your first time here? Take a number if you haven't already, then settle in for a good long wait. Oh, I'm very, very familiar with that. I'm in the DMV, aren't I? Greetings and welcome to the Bureau of the Architect. Are you in need of assistance? It would be my pleasure to answer any questions you might have. To your left is the counter where you may submit registrations for new creations. To your right, you'll find the counter where you may requisition concepts on file. Am I correct in assuming that you are not familiar with the services we provide? A more detailed explanation is in order then. You understand by harnessing powers of creation, we can give physical form to all manner of concepts, yes? Picture a bouquet of fresh, fragrant flowers, all of the colors of the rainbow. Now, picture those flowers, those self-same flowers formed of delicate crystal, impossibly fragile and radiating hues beyond the visual spectrum. Every day our people push the boundaries of imagination to conceive new and striking designs like these. But there are limits to what an individual can shape with their abilities alone. Those who harbor greater ambitions may offer their concepts to others here, that they might, with the strength of many, accomplish what one cannot. But not all concepts are approved for wider distribution, of course. Dangerous, subversive creations pose a risk to everyone, so it is only after a comprehensive evaluation, after a concept is judged further to further the greater good. The greater good. I'm just a ball of references this week, Jesus. That we permit it to be shared with the community. Do you understand, little one? Since you are here, I think you might benefit from conversing with some of the others currently availing themselves of our services. Why don't you go speak with some of the other citizens waiting for their registrations to be processed? As much as I would like to believe my explanation was more than sufficient, I would expect you may gain greater insight this way. Okay. Dude in the corner? Is that it? Okay. Okay. I really should have the camera over here because I keep looking this way to look at chat. I moved it over when I was doing... You know what I'm going to do? That camera change will wait until after I've gotten my new desk. That'll probably be the best idea. Hello, hello, little one. It is so rare to see one of your size roaming about here. Come to learn about the Bureau, are we? I'm here today to register a new creature. boneless, and with semi-translucent skin. It's your fault I have to fight Flans in all of Final Fantasy, isn't it? Get out of my face. Ugh. It drifts through the air. Oh, never mind, not Flans. It drifts through the air like a dancer on a summer breeze, and its tentacles trailing behind. Can you not make air jellyfish, please? That sounds horrifying. Jellyfish that fly in the air. Think about jellyfish that fly in the air. That sounds horrifying. Utilizes gas bladders to propel yourself from place to place, you see. Oh. So they're flying because they're farting. Okay. I'll admit, it's not the most elegant of designs. Clearly not, but okay. I'd not shed a tear if it would reject it, quite frankly. But what can I say? I take pleasure in conceiving unorthodox designs. A beginner like you shouldn't take after me, though. If you're looking to pick up a few tips, you should probably ask someone else. Ah, is that my number they just called? If you'll excuse me. You waiting in line when I cut you, my dude, by the way? Are you the child I saw speaking with the attendant earlier? I thought so. So young and already so eager to learn about concepts and creations. That curiosity will serve you well, little one. I've been credited with a few popular concepts, I'm proud to say. I'm hoping that my latest will be equally well received. Autonomous... Autonomous... Yeah, autonomous. So autonomous figures. I was gonna say like mine, but I was like, oh no, wait, that's an actual pup. Never mind. I say my latest, but really it's the product of many other efforts than individual insights. But such is the case for every masterwork, I reckon. Autonomy notwithstanding, these creations know no fear. They are wholly devoid of emotion and will, without hesitation or resistance, engage in any dangerous activity, even if death is assured. There's beauty in that, I think, and I hope the officials do so as well. I tell you, there's nothing more nerve-wracking and thrilling than the waiting period before you receive the result. I love it and hate it in equal measure. Yes, tests suck. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about it. That's all I gotta say about that. If you're still keen to learn more, why not pester the worrywart over yonder? Come to think of it, I think their particular creation was designed to appeal to children. Was that a low-key burn? Was that a low-key burn? Or was that stating a matter of fact? And not a burn at me. We've already established that I'm just short enough that they think I'm a child. But, Thoughts to be had later. I want to complete the 5.0 story tonight. Granted, I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so I can go as late as I want, but I also want that guy to go to bed. Not now. But not to stay up all night. No, that's my point. I don't want you to stay up all night. Not New Year's, after all. Not yet. You okay? You there! An inspiring creator come to learn about the Bureau and its inner workings, I trust. That is all well and good, but since you're here, perhaps you can help me with a little something. I've been refining a concept of mine for some time now. Adorable little creatures designed to be the perfect plaything for any young citizen. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Did that guy basically design the machinist mechs? And this guy is talking about the pets? The minions? Thoughts to be had later. But I'm still terribly unsure if it's ready to be submitted for approval. Which is why I was hoping that you first might put it through its paces and tell me what you think. Your honest opinion. I have no flattery from you, young lady. This matrix will allow you to summon any of my creations. But don't use it here. Take it outside first. Don't be afraid to play rough. It's all part of the fun. Alright. That there, that way, just get up on it. You know, I wish we could dye mounts, but obviously that would kind of kill the purpose of some of the mounts that are the same but different colored. Specifically, the primal mounts. What does it say about the concept matrix? A curious orb that will allow you to harness the power of creation and give form to the concept within. Okay. Oh, too late now. Friend, play with friend. Oh, bye-bye. Such fun, such fun. Are they enjoying me beating them up? So they're that kind, okay. Okay. Down I go. Oh, it's this away. Vroom vroom. They look so small. Look almost my size. Did something happen? Or are they supposed to be young too? How did you find my lovelies? Were they as delightful and engaging as I had hoped? Tell me everything, spare no details. I say, they spouted nonsensical phrases and attacked you like mad beasts. How distressing. Not at all what I intended. My sincerest apologies to you, little one, for the unpleasant experience. Still, from these experiences do we grow stronger and wiser. I look forward to the day when you will try your hand at creation too. Alright. Let's go out to the end of this place, essentially. Ah, there's the Cubus. There we go. No, don't interrupt me, stupid. Gotcha. Get does it. Alrighty. Then we can proceed unimpeded with our MSQ run. Welcome back, little one. Did you succeed in binding a cubus? Think so? Not sure how I got the sack. All I had was a rope. You have done well, little one. Allow me to siphon its energies and prepare the matrix for you. It should only take a moment. Here you are, a creation matrix that you may use to generate your own robes. The concept is inscribed upon the crystal, which has been fused with the aether of the beast you brought me. What? Why are you looking at me as though you do not know how to channel the powers of creation? It's as natural as breathing. Even a newborn babe has the instinct. Even if your potential is lacking, as one of our people, you must surely know what to do. Give me a lightning cluster. That's actually not a bad little twist. You only use those kind of clusters and stuff in crafting. Ooh. Anyway, I need to go this way. Eloquent Amarantine. I want to see what the eloquent said. Is something wrong, little one? Are you perhaps lost and need me to locate your guardian? What do you do here? Why, the same things most other citizens do, I suppose. I debate various topics with my peers. Dabble in the arts of creation. Every day I attempt to better myself and the world in which I live. For we citizens of Amarant are the caretakers of the world, stewards who have harnessed the power of creation itself. It is an honor and duty and we do not consider it lightly. You are yet young, so very, very young. You needn't concern yourself with such lofty concepts just yet. Attend to your studies, and I am certain you will grow into a proud citizen and an avid creator. Get out of my face, then. Get out of my face. Bureau of the Administrator. A visitor's writ? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Yang Zhao Long. Please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Can't I lean up against the wall? I think that might be the better idea. Yang Zhao Long, your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emmett Selk himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau of the Secretariat, and the clerk will issue you a visitor's writ for the capital. Oh, I gotta go somewhere else entirely. Ugh. All the way out there! Bureaucracy at its finest. No, it's not noise. I know that he's not talking about what I'm talking about, but that's okay. He's watching Pokemon. Oh, you're watching the Sun and Moon. You're watching the Sun and Moon anime, huh? Because do you like this particular episode? Yeah, that's probably why, yeah. From the X and Y series. Alright. Next, please. Application of documents requesting permission to enter the capital as a sanctioned visitor. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once the application has been processed. I refuse a seat. I will stand as is my wont. I think. Is it my wont? Or is it my will? Gang, don't put your feet on the seats. Come on. Oh, yeah, that kind of hurts, don't it? May I? You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emmett Selk? Nay, there's no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. I only know that my name is Hylotheus. Sorry. Hythlodeus. And that, actually, you wanna know what? I'm gonna get a pronunciation on that. Hylodeus. Hythlodeus. I wanna know. Hythlodeus. Okay. So Hythlodeus. And that this city is a recreation. A phantom moment plucked from the well of history. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emmett Selk's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstitution. A stray thought would have been enough. Hythlodeus will realize the truth, for example. We were close friends once, you see. Yet, in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest. A bit part, meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles that we are. Thus, I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I only wish to share your company whilst we wait. If you've come this far, then you know the catastrophe which waits us on our morrow. The final days. What began as isolated incidents soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. The convocation of 14, well, it was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. A creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. Of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. And from their sacrifice, Zodiac was born. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet, oh how the star had suffered. So many species lost. The land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the wind had ceased to blow. Once more did our people give themselves unto Zodiac, another half of our race, sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that the trees and grasses and myriad of tiny lives would sprout and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we considered by the means by which we might protect it. The convocation decided thus. We would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time was right, we would offer some of the portion of this living energy to Zodiac. In return, he would restore to us those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. And now it's sounding like a vicious cycle. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. These dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Hydaelyn, the incarnation of their opposing belief, and for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you then how this conflict ended? It didn't. It's still going on. I thought you might. Hey, Shorty. You're even hunched, man. Trying to make stuff look even shorter. Emmett Selk has ever been the champion of the will of Zodiac. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will have not abandoned its course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, Emmett Selk is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. It is a truly terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Yang Xiaolong. It seems your turn has come. Pray, do not let me keep you. Ah, there was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I can only assume you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your soul tells the tale. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. This is just the kind of fate I might expect for one such as she. Surely Emmett Selk has recognized the hint of her in you? Yang Xiaolong. Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what it is that you seek. The lore! Ugh, that's so cool. I love it. Your visit is writ, as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. Don't touchy. Not touchy! I wonder what the chances are that we become unsundered by the end of Endwalker. But things aren't the same. Like, basically, part of what Emmett Selk wanted, you know, the rejoining comes to pass to some degree. But that it's not exactly what the Ashians had in mind. They had pictured something different. The restoration of everything that was before, but that's not what happens. There's everybody. You guys all paired off and I made a new old friend. Ah, guess you guys are jealous, huh? That's how this goes. Anyway. Reen. Ah, Yang. Ishtola and I have returned from an institution locals called the Academia Anyader. Right. We're going there later. Well, from its public offices, at least. We thought an Ashian place of learning was the ideal spot to research a condition, but it seems we lack the credentials to enter the Academia proper. Ah, good, you're here. Everyone seems to be present and accounted for. Master Thancred can best describe our chances of infiltrating the capital. I only hope thine efforts to secure permissions were successful. Finally! You were gone so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. I've had you in your bureaucratic adventures. I picture Yang flashing the paper, instead of doing the handover animation like they have to do, just flashing the papers going like... Ah, I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing too, Urianger weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. It would seem in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appeared heavily warded. Though mightily we did strive, with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them, even a fraction of 1 ilm. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that Emmett Selk's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Ryan and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarot today, and they will happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Yang? Was aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a writ? I met a new old friend! You guys have been replaced. A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all Asians, their scheming has been leading to this? All this time. But if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with rejoining. I thought we knew what their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne in the will of the star. Yet it was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Ashians mean to draw on the lives of the Source to make their final sacrifice to Zodiac. That does seem the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Ashians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not! And that's not to say of what Emmett Selk plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Yang, and when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before and those who came after. By everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self dying somewhere in that future calamity will smile and say, I knew you would win. Why do I feel like that's foreshadowing for what's going to happen in Endwalker? I mean, like, it's not actual foreshadowing because they didn't start writing Endwalker until after this came out, so. Is fighting Emmett Selk the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. Aww, then it must be the next one. And I can fly. There we are. Tancred stares into the distance, quietly into the distance. He seems calm and assured. His easy stance born of confidence rather than false bravado. Ryanja glances your way, his expression hesitant. You see the struggle as he agonized over the words he wishes to say. Alphinaud is lost in thought, his eyes downcast. There is, however, no sign of self-doubt, which once assailed him at the Falling's nose. Ooh, throwback! Reen appears to be brooding over her choices, her faintly trembling hands betraying her mounting trepidation. Y'shtola meets your gaze with a strained smile. You seem to recall her wearing the self-same expression when speaking with Lys and Runar. Alright, so before we get into that, I need some water. So I will be right back. Don't go nowhere. Alrighty. Let's go. Shadowbringers. Alice appears to have made her decision. You remember that talk we had up top the tower at in Mordsuk? I'm still of the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you, you don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking that next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. But no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep walking. All three spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how we would sneer to see what had become of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in the people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could, uniting disparate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would have never raised its head. I have borne witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. But this is but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavor not to slow you down. As well thou knowest, if we are to usher Emmett Silk unto his rest, we must needs bind his ashen soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task requireth oversight, and such I have prepared, upon the exarch's asking no less. Though 'twas ever mine intent to provide said boon. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is a fallen world to ashen artifice, and he would not see such a grim history repeated. In a sense, Emmett Selk's destruction will be the culmination of the exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet, even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survive unto the morrow. Is in pursuit of happiness, of that happiest outcome that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Our time the first has been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path was in the source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, through that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me stay true to my convictions. Thus I would return the favor. Do as your heart decrees without hesitation or regret. And that is all I will say on the matter. Well, that put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds and when we have the opportunity. You have taught me that much and I'm rank. So forgive me this moment of sentiment, Yang, by dragging me into this sorry mess. You've given me the chance to think and act as I should have, for Reen's sake. Words cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. When Minfilia entrusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless. And she was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gold, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments away from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, the others, you've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you. And I want to, I do. I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. And you shouldn't hang your head. I shouldn't? I'm gonna say the line. I don't care whether or not it's in Yang's character to say such a line, but I will freaking say the line. Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. I'm not sure I... Actually, never mind. I think I'll understand better if I try it for myself. You were already smiling. Now you're not. No. Nothing will come of brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision, Yang. I'm going with you. We started basically with the reminder of Hoshfall, and we end it with Bro for sure. Oh my god. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed to the capital, but any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times. And here we go. Game on.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Yes, and I chose to ignore them. What of it?
Emmett Selk.
Yes. Do we have to state the obvious? It's very clear that it's Emmett Selk.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation.
Yes, and I'm about on the edge of that, so, you know, technically it's fine. What's up?
Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It's more the other way around, to be fair, but sure.
It is not she who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
Not quite a burn.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes.
One very unnecessary flourish, but they're, you know, whatever.
Well,
we do what we must.
There's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
Save a friend. At very least. And we came here for the Exarch.
Well, you can't have him. The wisdom that man guards may open up new worlds of possibilities.
then we are in an
Has
impasse.
unlocked the secrets of travel across the rift and through time as well, it would seem. Quite an accomplishment for one of his incomplete nature.
I punch you in the face
I
now.
must explore the limits of his capabilities and harness that power for the Ardor.
Capital A Ardor? Have we talked about the Ardor since?
Now, after everything, you refuse to see reason.
No, it's that we both of our reasons have come into an impasse of not being on the same level.
You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the ancients? Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives.
And that's not my fault.
Broken bread with you. Fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star.
For eons I have measured your worth, found you wanting to be. Okay, fine. And?
Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his sin eaters taught you nothing? Have
Were they
you
supposed to
not
teach me?
learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference?
Just finish it
Let us
then.
imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion.
Ooh, man, this voice acting's good, though.
You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us and us alone.
Are we gonna let him walk away right now? Just saying? Come on, wordsmith. Use them words. If there's anything you're good at, Alphino, it's that. I said use your words. That's not... Come on!
Understand,
Do better.
truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
Shared conviction, but in different directions, huh?
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star.
Ah! I get it.
Behold the coming oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment. I shall wait within. But do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
I get it. And I'm not going to say anything because technically we haven't gotten to the point where it makes a little bit of sense. Can I do trust for this? I forgot. Rot, now accessible. Yes, I can. Okay. Yep, this is what I'm taking. I care not. We are doing this RP style. The only way this would be better is if I could take all, all of them with me. But because I cannot. Early access starts next week, doesn't it?
The final days of
If this was their calamity.
The fabric of our star began to fray, and the unchecked energies of creation begat malformed beasts.
I was gonna hit. Okay, gotta take on this Terminus detonator as quickly as possible. Allie say, I need you to take out this detonator, please. It's gonna hurt when it's done. Oh boy. There's sometimes where I sit back, I'm like, what have I done? Why did I do this to myself with how the others are single targeting when they could be multi-targeting? Oh my god. But there's nothing I can do about it. Because immersion! Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Alright. We're going around. Alrighty. Go back here. No! Why you gotta ruin it? And the more I think about it, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm not using six-sided star at all, but I know that that's just real bad. Like, maybe it would have been nice to use right at that last second there, but I think we're losing that if I remember correctly, or if not, we're repurposing it. I really need to practice my stuns because I know that I'll probably need them more often as I move forward.
Just as prayer gives rise to primals, our dread may manifest our deepest fears.
Then stop being scared, forehead. Alfredo, what are you doing? Alright. Keeping an eye on that limit break bar because I know what Alex here likes to do. Let's see. No! Alfredo! You guys saw that too, didn't you? Alpha no. Seriously, dude. That was uncalled for. Seriously stacked on me at the last freaking second. There was plenty of space, my dude. And why do you keep going to where I am? I'm melee! If you're gonna stack stupidly with anybody, you stack with your sister. Good God. I think that's probably like the first time I had that kind of issue. Oh wow. I just noticed these were corpses. I thought this was just rubble. This is why we do these revisits. Is the robe part of their bodies the way that looked? Oh God. Alright. We try this again. Alpha no, you take 50 feet away from me at all times. You ready? Alpha no! Oh my God. More. There we go. Oh my God, Alpha no, what the fuck, my dude? I don't understand. This on first because Alpha no is gonna be a dumb boy. How we died last time. Alrighty. Good, yes, go away. Alpha, no! Oh. I saw that they lived. That was on me because I thought that was like a enrage, because I only saw it like once, but we killed it just before. But I guess you can survive that one even though the meat is right in the middle. Okay. Hey, I'm learning about mechanics. Oh, that's not what I wanted to hit. Who knew we were going to be stuck on a boss for this long? First boss on this long. Oof. All because Alphino can't do mechanics right. No wonder he's moving away from Scholar and becoming a sage. I'm trying. Wunderbar. I'm not sure if I'm in enough, but you know what? I will eat that. Ending it. There. My god. Alpha, no, why you do this to me? I was like, oh wait, it's going really far out. I think that's probably Ali's say. I'd still be like, what are you doing to me? But nope, nope, nope. Still our little doll boy. Remember, this is not an enrage. Where are they going? Okay, they're over there. She's gonna have to wait a minute. There we go. Okay, give me a second, because Jaden just brought up to my attention that the other little one needs to go outside and potty for a second. So I will be back in a moment. I hope this won't take a full hour to get through, but we'll see. Alright, back we are. He would not, however, approve last. Hey. There we go. Doing good on the damage. Ah, got crit by that. Gonna burn up for a bit unless they... There we go. That's a good offer, no. Arthur, nope. Alpha, no. There's something about that being writing that I think is a little bit, appropriate. Is it next week that Shadowbringers Endwalker's coming out? Man, that stuff's going through fast.
The land buckled. The cities burned.
For soon the sun
waters
did
ran
bend,
red with
but
blood.
did the sun bend low, scorching the earth. Oi. Open says I. Thank you.
Prepare yourself.
Bunch of these, so I'm gonna AoE this because there's so many of them. It's not worth not AoEing here. Now we're down to 3, so we can go down to switch target rotation. Alrighty. Yeah, we want to take care of that detonator. Didn't even target itself to me, even though I did first. That's funny. I'll take care of you, Alice. Even though you don't cover my back, I'll cover yours, just so you learn. You're young. It's okay. Oh. Alrighty, so then we go around again. I thought I was going her jump this way, so I will go against the Shriver. Aha! I interrupted your combo. What are you gonna do about it now? Alrighty. Feminist Bellwether. Terror of a different hue. Yes, yes it is. It's super terrible, and I hate it. It needs to die. No. Okay. I hate the fact that Alice only kills the LB when it's not convenient for me. Like right now would be nice of her to use the LB. But no, there's not a single target. I'll save it for you, my friend. Okay, now. That you save, I do not care. I don't care that you saved it for now. But please, if you would, now, Alice, my dear, now, limit break, now, please, now. What the hell? What was that about watching my back again? Did I mishear it and you said washing my back and it was next time we go to the onsen in Kugane? Because where the hell are you right now? Seriously, what the hell? Nap! Yeah. Oh, Alice, my dear Alice.
Yet this is far from the worst of it. Come, and I will show you.
It's okay. I'm zen. We don't have to worry about it.
Further,
Don't have to worry about it.
and you will see the end of a world.
I mean, I can kind of see it down there already. This is beautiful, though, in its destruction, but yeah, beautiful. Ah, I can't just stand there anymore. Like, that was, the more and more I think about that, it's like, why? You could have done it at any point in time. You had two opportunities, one a little bit better than the first one I told you, but that was definitely not the one. Okay, let's go. I'm just hyper focusing, both because I'm a little tired in the brain space, but also because of the fact that I like being able to focus for the tough parts here. It's not as tough as the black mage that I did just before. Before we started, I did one more run of main scenario on Kisara and an Amaranth because I was just 2 off. I figured Amaranth would go fast, and I was right. I made it to the stream on time. But definitely a lot harder to navigate this on Black Mage than it is on Monk.
The star was fading. We saw to read its laws anew.
Bounce! What I've been doing up and leaving the healing to you. Bish, why you turn around right when I'm gonna do demolish on your backside? I'm gonna demolish your backside. Come on. Ready? Gotta take out the idolizer first. Just gonna go around here. Doing well, doing well. Alrighty, kick it up a notch. Let's kick it up and show them all the things that we can do. Let's kick it up together.
But between us and our goal loomed a final misbegotten fiend.
Final misbegotten fiend. Final one. Thus did the third doom undo us. The final doom, the largest thing for last, it seems. Yeah, smart boy, what are you gonna do about it? Oh, dang it. There we go. Tancred, what are you doing? Is Alice the only one being actually competent at her job? No, I take it back. Okay, on the block. We're in a good spot. Okay. Keeping an eye on the other limit breaker so that Alice doesn't steal it from me. Alrighty. Almost done with this dungeon. Ah, I hit the wrong button for that. Fine. I hit button, I'm not doing 0 DPS. ABC, always be casting. Bam! Man, we struggled on that first boss, but you know, they had us in the first half, I won't lie, but we got him on the run back. What do I have to say? This is it. The first and final end. The unwinding of life itself. Where is Emmett Selk? I don't think you're that stoic. Come on, man. Say something. Be on your guard. This is wholly his realm. Not for despair, nor fate itself. We shall not falter. Before I do the next thing. You gotta be kidding me. You dropped the earring? No, it didn't. Oh, did it try and drop something I already had? No. Or maybe because this is right, this isn't a leveling dungeon anymore, so it's not gonna drop anything for me. I got the orchestrion roll? Nice. Oh, wait, was it the belt and that's why? No. Alright. Alright. Let's do this. We got one more trial to go. And then we're done with 5.0.
Well, well, you prevailed.
Yes, I did. Ain't you proud of me?
Nevertheless,
Thanks, a little bit of that dark made me feel a little bit better with all this light. Thank you.
Performance was underwhelming, and I remain unconvinced of your worthiness.
Sounds like you. That's a you problem, not a me problem.
Misbegotten ilk, no doubt. But should I bring my full strength to bear, well, you would be as legion of wind.
Well then, let's correct that, shall we?
The gulf between us is a reflection of the disparity between the world as it was and what it has become.
Ali, say no, honey, sweetie, no, please, don't, no.
Our worlds may not live up to your lofty standards, but they are our worlds, our homes, full of life and love and hope. And we won't stand by and let you destroy them!
Sweetie, let your brothers do the word thing. And let me do the beat up thing. I say let your brother do the word thing, and all he can do is say people's names.
For we who have known perfection, the shattered source and these shards are ghastly mockeries of the true world.
Things were always better back in the day.
Pale imitations, utterly devoid of meaning.
Belittle us all you like, but we will rise again and again, and give the lie to your insults through word and deed. We define our worth, not the circumstances of our creation.
See? Let Alphinaud do the words. I was gonna say, oh, looks like I'm in this on purpose. I mean, he's a really nice. And then they all exploded, and I forgot that they did that. Oh boy.
Fool, who are you? No one, nothing.
Then why did you give me a chance if I was no one?
Once I have reclaimed my heritage, my first act will be to expunge your stain from history's weave. My world will have no need for heroes.
Do it, Yang. Do it.
Still fighting the good fight.
Yes. Why would I not? I stumbled forward without even realizing I was shielded. Wait, isn't that the animation for the... just without the ice in it?
To fade away. But that is no reason for us to forsake it.
To take what steps we may, and thus mark the road for those who would follow.
The new ice fire technique. I think that the animation was relatively similar, except it didn't have the splash up. It was just the ball falling down. I have to go back and look at that, see if that's the case. To take what steps we may. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
For the best of all futures.
I forgot this is voice acted.
Not also thy purpose.
No. Asshole, you saved her from the live stream. Why do you do this now?
Do not presume to speak of my future.
And I'm still walking.
And you? Why waste your final moments in futile defiance?
Because you want me to spend them just laying in bed waiting for everything to come?
Weary wanderer, you've no fight left to fight, no life left to live.
Isn't that what the little thing said in the trailer for Shadowbringers? There it is. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but those words apparently freaking hurt!
You see, the light will not be denied. Surrender to your fate, and let the transformation take you. Rise up in madness and fury. Devour the vermin infesting the land which is rightfully ours.
Thancred. Dude.
Now!
Huh? And of course, quick shot to... You know, the first time we came around this, I thought that she was dead here. Because she just showed up at this expansion, so her having a death...
You have to hold on.
Her having a death flag there was pretty high. Luckily, that wasn't the case, but still. You know, I would have loved to see what they would have done. I know it's hard because of the... to have us actually convert a little bit into the Ascinator. Like, more than just spit up. But like something close to what what's her face at the beginning had. Hello. Why do I feel better?
If you had the strength to take another step, could you do it? Could you save our worlds?
Bitch, you know who I am. You know I could. Like, I think at this point, Yang would not do the sarcasm bit. Oh, this scene though. Bum bum ba da dun 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 da da dun.
We fight as one.
Corey's right. Anybody who played a warrior and then switched off coming to Shadowbringers probably was just like, oh my god. Oh, I need screenshot. I need screenshot of this. I've done it for Kasara. I'm gonna do it for Yang too.
This world is not yours to end. This is our future. Our story. No.
Massacre! Yes, I did it with a bad accent. I apologize.
That trick of the light. You are a broken husk, nothing more. How can you hope to stand against me alone?
We stand together!
Hello. When did you show up, by the way? Was he always there?
How? I'm surprised you can stand at all.
I could not well leave matters half finished. Let expanse contract, eon become instant.
This is so cool.
Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call!
Eight. Oh, 7 people, but 8 total.
Damn you all!
It ends this day, one way or another. It ends.
Very well. Let us proceed to your final judgment. The victor shall write the tale, and the vanquished become its villain.
Oh, actually, this is actually a better look on. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
But come, let us cast aside titles and pretense, and reveal our true faces to one another. I am Hades, he who shall awaken our brethren from their dark slumber.
Awesome. Okay. But Hades, that's the reason why there was basically a wall of flame when you opened up the door to Amarot here. Hell. Hades. Ha. I got it. God, this freaking scene, this setup here was so good. It's not hitting me as strong right now because this is the second time it's through and I expected all this. But the first time you go through it, you're like, oh my god, this is so cool. Alright, here we go. Dying gasp. We're already in the void where we fight him. Look, all the rings and stuff. Let's see if anybody's online. But I'm not. Oh, never mind. We got a pippity pop 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 pop. Okay. Hades. I like there's no subtitle, it's just Hades.
Your fault its strength, and I shall expose the lie of your fragmented existence.
Come on, friends. Sweet, nobody's in a joke outfit. I love it. I think this other tank might be a new one. Oh no, but that's market board stuff that they're wearing, so maybe not. 2 Dark Knights, 2 White Mages, but a pretty balanced freaking DPS party otherwise. Nope, want none of that. I got double hit on that. This I know what I need to do. I remember this from Extreme. See. No, not there now. Not there now. Please, not there now. What the? What did I get hit by? Oh, that second one. The first one I know I got tripped. I'm not moving. I'm waiting. Thank you. And then it stops. No, come back. This is different. And this fight is a lot different. Oh, jeez. Now we're getting back on track. This is so cool. This is such a good fight. I shall bear every hope, every dream, every prayer. Oh, we skipped over that other middle part, which makes sense. Can I target you there? Ow! 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 Lots of ow. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah! I remembered. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Owie, 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 owie. I haven't done this fight in forever, so. I don't think I even did it all that much when it was live, so. When it was current. Surprisingly. Okay, we're good. I'm just gonna. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. I wanna be over here. I wanna be over here. I wanna be over here. Ah, I almost had it. I was all the way there, too. Oh, this is so cool. No damage going on, and let's do this, and good, I got that. I'll take it here. Come on. I'm going dead center. Wow, that doesn't hit so hard. Okay. Life is captivity. I think captivity. Okay, now we got this. The light within her champions grows faint. Not forever, it won't. Let's do this. Ultra instinct. Oh, no, come on, you two. Oh, good. I guess I'll do it. Aw, I missed it.
You have no power over me.
I'm disappointed that I died twice. Like, once maybe, but twice was, like, embarrassing. Then again, I did it on... What's it called? Black Mage originally. And I died right at the end there again. Alright, let's do this. What's hilarious about this is... Whoa. What does it matter? What's future is what's better. Oh, this is so cool, so epic. Oh, this is so epic, bro! I mean, he's literally like 7 times us, you know? Well, 7 times most of us, anyway.
Now, strike with all thy might.
Let's do this! Oh, this is so cool. Oh, and the lighting. Look at that. That is just... Oh. Oh my god, it's still so cool. Like I said, Endwalker will be amazing if it's even a fraction of what Shadowbringers pulled off. Oh. I feel like the way he's touching the hole that I've just punched in his stomach is like, oh well. This is a predicament.
Remember. Remember us.
Yeah. Because of all the stuff you've been doing.
Remember that we once lived.
That's it. Okay, yeah. No, I can do that. I was going to remember you guys are dicks because you kept trying to do what you did, but if all I need to remember is that you guys existed, sure, why not? Going back actually to overly sarcastic stuff, yeah, honestly, what he asked for is super important, just from an anthropology standpoint. There's a lot of...
Emet-Selch is no more.
More importantly, how do you fare?
What dost thou see?
Her ether. It is It is as it used to be. As a disciple of Zodiac, the Ascian was the darkness to your light.
No, it wasn't.
I can but assume that when you set your strength against his, the light within you was spent.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, makes sense.
It's more than that. Under the strain of that incredible flood of ether, your soul had begun to break apart. Yet now it seems somehow restored. I tried to help you before the battle, but Emmett Selk stopped me. So, how did you... exactly what did you... Can you tell us what happened?
You know, stuff. I hope I caught that one in time. If not, I can always go back to the book o' cutscenes. Oh, I got Kasara's earlier too. Right now I'm wiped. I'll explain it another time. Back to the...
I see.
No, you don't. I said explain it another time. You see nothing right now. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Oh shit, you're here too. You ain't dead? Dude.
Where to start?
Let's take you back so you can recharge. Let's start there. Jesus Christ. You live by...
I owe you all an apology. And you, most especially.
You're not even looking at me. How do we know who you're talking about? I'm tired. We'll leave the lecture for later.
No arguments here.
Yay, woohoo, go team, all that stuff. Basically, I'm channeling the end of Volume 2 Yang there. I'm just like, yeah, woohoo. Tired. Oh no, don't. My heart. Oh. I really want to go play Final Fantasy III. I've never actually beaten that game. I've gotten to the halfway point-ish. Is that Kimari back there? No, he's got his horn. He can't be.
Souls dove straight into the ocean over there, did they?
All I could see from here was the whale, Master Chai.
'Twas surely Alphino and those friends of his. They did something heroic, mark my words.
He's a bloody psychic.
For proof of that.
I mean, yeah, look. It's daylight, but it's not
As you say,
light.
my love. They're sure to be back any moment now. Any moment.
Hey, there's a dwarf in there too. That's nice. Not only, you know...
They are coming back, aren't they? I couldn't bear the thought of...
Chai, sweetie. Just be happy. You're okay. Everything's fine.
There, dear. Everything will be all right.
Will it though? There goes China's.
There, look! Over there, over the beach!
Why am I that exhausted? I can actually breathe underwater. Like... What'd you call me?
Tings, you all right?
I'm gonna let the credits roll, even if I have to mute the rest of it, which I don't think I have to. But I'm letting the credits roll because, again, just like with when I finished Shadowbringers, the whole thing on Kisara, these people deserve the credit that they just...
We'd be swimming the whole way back.
Bismarck wasn't there! What did you freaking expect?
Heavens, take me.
Alphino! Oh, hells.
I remember somebody comparing that, saying like, there's the difference between Alphino and Alice. Alphino prays to the heavens, Alice just curses the hells.
Where's Urianger?
Alright, he can't swim either. That's not a good idea.
He must have fallen behind.
Oh!
But
Don't...
shouldn't we look for him?
I'll go do it.
He'll
I can breathe
wash
underwater.
up sooner or later.
For the love of Alphino!
Hey! My beautiful bridge! There you are! How have you
Thus
been?
did salvation come to the first. The lamps of Amarot will fade along with Emet-Selk's enchantments, and the depths shall be as once they were.
Oh my goodness.
Mount Gulg will one day fall, and the Talos below yield to wind and rain. This tale, too, will fade with time, passing into legend as the world heals and moves on.
It'll take some time, though, I'll tell you that much. Oof.
Nevertheless,
Yeah, be happy, bunny girl. I brought your daddy back, or granddaddy, I guess, whichever way you want to look at it.
as ether obeys the cycle, as death and decay gives way to new life,
What about you, buddy?
so too do the memories we share inspire others to rise to greatness.
I only dealt with Renda Ray,
For
but that's
we
okay.
who walk before may lead those who walk after.
I'm gonna go to bed soon, dude.
Your road goes ever on, as does your story, as does your legacy.
Oh, man, just all the feels.
Such is the hero's lot, to touch the lives of countless others.
Excuse me? You're the Warrior of Darkness, aren't you?
Nah. It was a part-time gig. I'm all good.
Where are you from, really? And how did you get to be so strong?
Let me weave you the tale. That's definitely not a Yang thing, but I can't control that. Nice for this. Shadow wanna bring the light. I'm gonna let this run. I don't care. Number one, the song is freaking good. Number two, all these people deserve to the credit, even if they're. Oh, I see. I was gonna say, wait, why are they recrediting people? Oh no, they're just crediting people that haven't been credited yet. The road that we walk. The whole story is really, really good. And it's an interesting thing of wanting to be remembered versus wanting those memories to be, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? To be the thing, you know, like you want to be remembered, or do you want to restore those memories of being what is current? As has been said before by other people, and not in this game, just in general. You can never really go back. I'm sure that even if they were to pull off what they were attempting, it wouldn't be the same. My beautiful branch, they were so great. I really love Beowulf. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that she's like so much cooler than anything else that I discovered here, except for the only one that I'll stretch a little bit is specifically what's his face, the Exarch. You know, the start of this was really bloody. That was the most amount of blood that I think we've seen in one shot the entirety of this, you know, game up until that point. And plus, on Alice's side was obviously the conversion into a Scene Eater that was horrific. Just hugely horrific. But tomorrow I think I'm going to take a break, if only just because I can't guarantee that I'll be back here on time to start streaming. For those of you guys that aren't from the United States, we have Thanksgiving again, so I'm going to go out there with my family, and thus I can't guarantee that I'll make it back on time. So I'm just going to cancel tomorrow's stream. But I need to double check to see if I have work on Friday. If I do not, we'll get an early start. We'll start off in the morning at some point, if not the early afternoon, and try and brute force our way through the rest of the Shadowbringers story so that we are prepared for when Endwalker comes through on the alt as well. That way, when I finish up on Hisara, I just do my dailies every day and I go and continue the story on Yang so that I have two different characters to run around on. Not that it's nearly necessary in a game like this, for those of you who don't play Final Fantasy XIV. I just do it because I want to be able to not screw friends over as far as raid is concerned. Specifically with the because the weekly lockouts. If they happen to get ahead or I happen to get ahead, I don't want to screw other people over in my static that I'm going to try and get into at some point. But we will see how that pans out. I am excited for Endwalker for sure. Oh no, we're gonna see the other super horrific scene. I found it interesting that we actually fought that Sin Eater before we fought the converted Tesleen. Oh, we skipped over it. Okay. It was so horrific they didn't want to show it. The blood, the guy who cut open his own arm to try and to appease Valthree. Yeah, no, that's fine. Oof. Like I said, I'm super excited for Endwalker. As I posted up on Twitter, I will be running on Black Mage, as I did in... No, I didn't do it in... I did it in Stormblood, though. I did it in Stormblood, and I believe, I think I did it also in Heaven's Ward. That one's more likely just because I was coming off of raiding on Black Mage. So that one's more likely to be a thing. But in Shadowbringers, I went through on Ninja instead. So there's that. But I'm going to be doing Blim. So, since we're sitting here, let's think about it. I'm going to do Blim first, followed by... Paladin or Dark Knight? Paladin or Dark Knight? Actually, let's go to the intermission screen here real quick, just because of the fact that it'll still have everything on there, obviously. We're not gonna not give the people their due, right? Just give me a second, because I'm gonna mute out the my usual BGMs there. But I'm gonna do, what's it called? Either Paladin or Dark Knight. Paladin would be good because, you know, that is the class for the expansion, but then why didn't I just go through the expansion on that class, right? So it really don't matter. And then after that, I hope that the healer queues have died down enough for me to do Scholar or Sage, followed by... What melee should I do? Probably Ninja. If not Ninja, then I'll do Reaper, because both of those look real fun this expansion. So we have these guys to blame for some of the puns and stuff we get in there. Honestly, I'm very glad for it. Oh my god, my beautiful brand, she looks so wonderful. Not my king, but the Dread King Titania nonetheless. Less Dread, more just King, but that's okay. If I had one disappointment, it's that we didn't fight Ranjit in a end boss type battle. It was just an instance, single player instance. I guess the makeup for it is E11. Having the Thancred Ranjit mashup boss, but We gotta do Eden too, that's true. Oh well, we'll think about it later. Honestly, I'm really at a loss for words as to how good this expansion was. Like, some of the edge was taken off because this is a second playthrough, and I was really looking forward to that. Like, if nothing else, the stuff that stood out the most in my memory was that last scene. That's why I didn't go, you know, balls to the wall excited as you know, some of the other stuff that I didn't have as clear in my memory. I am excited though. I'm really excited. Just to see what comes next. It's going to be hard to fathom what they could do, especially like in a way, because they've said that that's what they're going to do in particular, is they're ending that story, but it doesn't end Final Fantasy XIV. So it's like, okay, so you're finishing everything regarding for lack of a better word, the Zodiac. Sorry, the Zodiac Highland story. But then where are you going to go with it from there? We won't know until 5.1, essentially, because on the plus side, unlike with all the other expansions thus far, 5.0 will end the story. It's been very traditional, or at least the way it's been, has been everything from X.0 to like X.3 is the story of that expansion. And then X.4 and X.5 set up the next expansion. But it seems like, or at least it was told to us from Yoshi P and the developers, that 6.0 will be the entire story. And then starting from 6.1, we're moving on to basically they're setting up for the next expansion, which means that there's going to be a lot of setup, which is fair. If you've ended one story, then, you know, an overarching story across the entirety of the playable game thus far. I say playable because I'm skipping over 1.0. Then there must be a lot of setup that's necessary that's either done in the 0.0 proper or across the entire patch cycles. We'll have to see how that pans out. You know that feeling when you really want to do something, but you also don't want to do it? It's a weird feeling. Like, I want to skip over this because I want to get the little guy to bed and all this other jazz. But I also want to give these people their credit. If I could confirm how long it would take, where I could set him up for bed, come back here, finish upstream, and then go and make sure he goes to sleep, it would be great. But my memory is not that great. I do not remember how long this thing is. So we'll have to see. Play it by all the ears, not just one of them, or two of them. No, tomorrow is no school, so it's fine. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I don't have work either.
Okay.
It is fine, but we're still going to go to bed as soon as these credits finish rolling up and we get to the next part. I like to give people the credit where the credit's due. They made a very good game, and I want everybody to know who made this awesome game. Oh, actually, Jaden did a character not too long ago, or at least made one using the character creator here in Final Fantasy XIV. But I would have to buy not only Final Fantasy XIV, but also get the the sub, which right now I'm not willing to do at the moment.
Oh, they might change.
Which is fine. We didn't save it, so you can start over from scratch. That and the fact that he would have to play it at home, or at his mom's house, which means that I would have to convince his mom to install it on her computer or her PS4. Because the game is available for PS4. And will be for PS5. You can play with the controller. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum. Swear to God, he's getting so old. He's getting to be 9 years old come next week. During the early release of Endwalker. It's like, oh my goodness gracious, what do I do? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. A lot of this is going to the business group now, which has less and less, obviously, to do with the game directly. But that doesn't mean anything, because I want to give people their due. Because if you don't give them their due, it's just like... You know how infuriated I get at some... There's some Japanese games that don't give their voice actors the credit. And it's super frustrating when it does that. Oh no, he's hot! That was like the biggest plot twist of the entire game, was that. Almost at the end, I would think, because there's Bismarck. And that was right before the final rush. All it depends is how many images we're gonna get of the Tempest area and Amarot. There we are, Tempest. You know, I would complain that there's not enough pictures of me in here, but by the same token, I know that all these pictures are taken without any player characters in mind, because you can make whatever you'd like. Oh, Jane, do you know that in the next expansion you can play as a bunny boy? Just so you know. I wonder when we're gonna get our actual cat girls. Getting female Hrothgar. That would be interesting. Maybe next expansion. I also hope that one of the things that Drac actually put up for monk changes, since I'm gonna have to deal with monk on Yang, was making the new shoulder tackle. I think it's called like Shadow Step or something like that. Right now it's targeted. It could be enemy or ally, but it's targeted. But Drac asked whether or not it could be on Avant, essentially. And I feel like it would be fine for Monk. I think Aether Skating should remain targeted, because the distance you can Aether Skate is insane. Oh, they even give credit to the in-game support representative. Oh, dude, you guys are great. This is why I wanted the whole thing. You guys, this entire team, from top to bottom, from Yoshi P, who's the director and producer, all the way down to customer support representatives, you guys do a fantastic job. The reason why I don't have any problems playing around in this game and not really seeing much that bothers me is testament to how much work they put in, and I'm very appreciative of all the work that they do. We must be almost done because they're not showing any more pictures. Why do you do that right when I say it? Right when I say it. Localization. Of course, now they're doing pictures of stuff that I won't see for a while at best. Oh man, you guys, all you guys are wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm tired and excited at the same time, and it hurts my brain. How much longer we got? Okay, I know this isn't Final Fantasy related, but it is something related to something that we've been talking about before, i.e. Metroid. I saw a video specifically on Metroid Dread, and the amount of work that goes into the backgrounds was insane. I was just like, whoa, what? That's a lot. What the heck? It was amazing. And it made me even more frustrated when I remembered a tweet saying, you know, don't buy Metroid Dread. It's $60 for a 2D game. It's like, it's not freaking 2D. It's 3D, but you're running on a 2D plane. You want a 2D game? Go play Friday Night Funkin'. It's a good game too, but it's a 2D game. Versus, you know, Metroid Dread. And again, had Metroid Dread been essentially Metroid Fusion 2, like graphics and all, yes, you might have a little bit more of an argument there, but that's not what happened there. That is not what happened there at all. Oh my goodness, Kayson's just like hanging out with whoever she dang well pleases. Right now, apparently she's hanging out with Melody again, but she's in the Vishojo Minecraft server. I know that she had a meme review with what's her face? I see her face, but I completely forget her name right now, and I wholeheartedly apologize because she's honestly pretty fun. I can't remember. She's not. Either way, she's like collabing all over the place. I would love to see her collab with HoloLive, just to see how it would go. And honestly, I would prefer to see her hang out with Hololive English just to kind of allow for a little bit more leeway without having to be really weird about it. Be fun. I'm not sure if Hololive would care. When I say I don't think Hololive would care, I mean it from the point of view of they would still feel like it would cause some issues, but, you know, whatever. OG Fox keeps running these freaking lyrics. They're amazing. I guess those are all the management offices for all the voice actors. Motion actors. Oh my god, these people need good credit. Yes. Motion actors are a unsung hero of video games. Sometimes you think that you don't need, you know, that much motion acting, or at the very least, what motion acting you need is not going to be all that important. But at the end of the day, trust me, you need it. You really do need it. Trying to remember what is the name of this other. I see her, but it doesn't give her name right now. Hold on. Pick-a-me. That's right. Pick-a-me. Pick-a-me is who Kason collabed with for a meme review collab. Wow, this thing goes on forever. That's both good and bad, obviously. Bad for me right in the moment. Good for, you know. Oh boy. We're almost at the end. Oof. So where are we at? Ooh, we are at the IT team for a subdivision. Honest to God, hope that all these people are being paid very well. In accordance to, you know, everything they've given for this. Oh boy. You never realize how much work gets put into any kind of game until you have to sit through all the credits of everybody who did at least a little tiny bit of work on it. And don't get me wrong, they still deserve that credit for having worked even the littlest bit, but point being, it's just like, woo boy. Wait, what are they translating back into Japanese? Wasn't it all written in Japanese to begin with? Getting there. Oh, this runs on the Havoc engine? Local Taro. I didn't realize that Fruit actually played with the Ollie in Apex at one point. Ah, there we go. Yoshi P at the end. Oh man, at the end. Oh, I feel so happy to have played this game at least once. Same with, most games that I actually freaking finish. No. That dropped out of nowhere. Okay. We are definitely stopping here because I know that if I start talking there, we're going to get a lot of different cutscenes. So we are not doing that right now. Okay, so with that, we will end it there. But you guys have been wonderful. Thank you guys for hanging out even towards the end with all the credits thing I wanted to get done. And I will see you guys come for sure Friday. I'll see if I guerrilla stream on Thursday. Depends on how early I can get out. But if I can't, then I can't. But Friday for sure, at least at the usual time. I will keep you guys apprised via the Twitter, and I'll try and do the Facebook as well. And I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Actually do this the right way since I completely forgot to put my tablet for... No, that's not the one I wanted. Yeah. Because I made an adjustment. Okay then. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful evening otherwise.